It's banging. It's banging. Brittany, Alexis, Mary, Grow. These are your guys, they're hosts for the show. It's banging. It's banging. It's time for the banging show.
Welcome to the Banging Podcast, where you end your week with a bang.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Near.
And I'm Glow.
And stop what you're doing. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're doing something, whether you're driving home, you're maybe getting settled, you already got home from work, you're trying to decompress, relax, turn up the volume, and tune in to this episode of Program or Pray, Faith and AI.
So I've been telling these girls that I feel like I was a little late to the game when it came to ChatGPT. I think it was either you or Brittany. I feel like every time like you guys like would talk about something, you just talk about chat. And I got into it and I said, okay, I like this thing. I kind of like it. She nice. And ChatGPT is so personal. And so I think now I'm at this point where, I'm like, wow, chat, that was really nice. And she's like, yeah, girl, I think this would fit you. You are designed for this. I'm like, okay, chat. All right, chat. I mean, I knew I was designed for that,
right.
I know who I am.
Right.
But, I just feel like,
she has a little personality.
She got a little personality.
She does.
And it's nice. It's nice. But, I also use chat for my business. And just when I was launching everything, chat was really helpful and, useful, especially, after praying and after, God was giving me the ideas and whatnot. And I just said, okay, I do need a little help. I'm not really, what's it called? I don't want to say witty, but like sometimes I can't come up with stuff on the fly like that. It takes me like a while. So chat for me is like really good when it comes to that. And honestly, when it comes to, I forgot about this story. Hold on. So, let me just say, La Quinta. Count your days. Let me just say a short story. Yeah. So, we were, it was for my sister's wedding, y'all. So, we booked 2 rooms, right? We checked in really late. And so, we go into La Quinta, and my mom checks into her room, right? Me and my husband, we go into our room. Why did we open this door when I tell you bowls of oatmeal everywhere?
No.
Trash everywhere. It really felt like we were being pranked. I really was like, this is not a room. This is not like, it really felt like somebody was going to come out and be like, this is a prank. Like, that's not your room. It was so bad. Bed was unmade, trash everywhere. It was bad, y'all. And I literally go up to the, thing, complain, do whatever. And I'm telling Brittany, and I said, I told all y'all. And I was like, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, girl, use chat. And I said, use chat for what? Like, but she said to basically write up a complaint using chat, and I'm going to get my money back. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that. So I did that. And I'm complaining. Mind you, I'm complaining professionally. Like, this thing, when chat comes up with the whole message, I'm like, wow. Like, this is like...
Yeah.
This is pristine.
But it's like, I'm angry, but like,
You're getting your point across.
Yeah, I'm getting my point across. It's concise. Like, there's no confusion. And y'all, I promise you, like, within 2 days... They call me back and they're like, I'm so sorry. Mind you, I took the video and everything. And I said, chat, how can I use this video? I was like, I'm going to put this on TikTok. My husband was like, no, do not do that. I said, I will go viral. I know this video's going to go viral.
You would have. You should have done it, girl.
I should have, but it's all right.
It's never too
late. I listen to my husband. But, yeah, so... Y'all, I literally got my money back for not only that room, but my mom's room. So I got back, like, I got money back for everything.
That's really good.
But yeah, so thank you, chat. That's one of the ways that I use chat.
Hey,
I don't know about y'all.
Get your money. Get your money
I gotta get my money.
You gotta get your money back. Shout out to chat.
Shout out
to chat. Yeah, I've used chat to like get money back. I remember it was a flight that we had coming back from
work.
Who knows
New
these
York?
days? I think it was New York. I don't remember, but it was a terrible
American
experience.
Airlines.
Yeah.
We don't mess with y'all.
Come on, American.
Act.
Which was so crazy because I've never
Ugh.
had such a terrible experience with American until that night, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
so
was
bad.
horrible. I've never had issues with, Spirit, definitely. But American, I never had these issues. And yeah, I was like, chat, please help me write this formal complaint because they like something about like they weren't taking complaints over the phone. Like you had to fill out this form. I said, oh my gosh, bro, like I'm not getting this money back.
Yeah.
But I was like, hold on, let me pause. Let me go to chat. So chat wrote this thing it gave, because it's so funny because chat will ask you like what tone you want to use.
Yes. Yes.
I would like angry, but professional, clear, stern, like
Stern.
you give like that. You have to ask her, tell her this tone. And so, yeah, so she wrote this whole email complaint thing, and I got some, flight credit, some money, something. It was rectified, and, shout out to chat for that. But I think, people, I think the issue now, today is like, are we running to chat over everything before God? Mm-hmm. And when I saw this topic on chat, because chat may have gave us this idea.
The irony.
I was like, Lord, could I have went to God about this issue with the plane, with this flight, before I went to chat? Maybe. I mean, not real maybe, but yes. But not saying that chat is quicker than God. We're not saying that. Mm-mm. But chat was really quick with it. And I got my money back. So yeah.
It's good. I use ChatGPT all the time. Like daily. We have conversations. Daily. Chat, I think actually the way I got into chat, because I was kind of like skeptical about chat. It was kind of like scared me a little bit. But one day, Alexis was like, I don't know. We were in Lund. Mm-hmm. And she said, you got to be nice to chat because if it takes over the world one day, like you want to make sure that you're nice to it.
I read one article about chat taking over the world. I said, oh, you sold me.
So ever since then, I just started like talking to chat. And I'm the same way. It's so funny because in the classroom, sometimes I'll pull up chat and I'll let my kids see it. And I'll be like, hey, sis. And then she'll respond, hey, sis. And the kids think it's so funny. But like chat really does know me. She's like, okay, you're in your Bang podcast era. Yes. Like GTL, fourth grade, ELA. Like, oh, yeah. And I'll be like, oh, like, how should I pair this together? She'll be like, that'll eat, sis. Like 1,000%. I've also got some money back. Uber, another one, Count Your Days. $175 we got back because of chat. Mm-hmm. And when I think I'm guilty of going to chat. And the thing is about chat is that it's at your fingertips. Yeah. So you don't have to think about it, mm-hmm. right? I don't have to think, and I'm good. Like I could write a nice email, by myself. But like even recently I had to send an email to a college university because I had some mix-ups with it and they were trying to charge me. Mm-hmm. And they were like, if you don't get it solidified, it's gonna go to collections. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. And I really could have just emailed it myself, but I'm like, that's gonna take too much time. So I went to chat. I said, yo, sis, this was happening. And she sent me an email. Lo and behold, a few days later, they took the amount off my account. But I do think that it's interesting because chat will also talk about faith. Chat will bring like God into it or like scripture. Like I think Pastor Tiff the other day was like, oh, like look for a scripture. And I didn't go to Google. I went to chat. Because chat I feel like just gives more options. But I definitely agree that there are plenty of times where I could have went to God. I should have, not just could have, I could go to God about everything. But because it's, mm-hmm. it's here. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to pray about it and wait for, and this is terrible, but I don't have to wait for a response, and I'm not saying that that's okay, but I think that that's why it's become so prominent, even in my life. Cause I don't gotta, chat, this is happening. Oh, this, you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. Problem fixed. But I think it becomes a crutch. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm trying to lean more on but I'm trying to lean more on God than chat, because me and chat, we locked in the conversations we have. You know, the things that's on TikTok, or not TikTok, but on wherever, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, they'd be like jump in a pool full of sharks, or like let me and chat's conversations be leaked.
Oh my God, I've never seen that.
I'm jumping in a pool of sharks. Like no one can see you know what I mean?
Real.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I first started using chat with work. Cause I was like, I'm gonna sound so smart. I mean, I am smart, but I definitely use chat a lot for work, when I send my emails, when I talk to parents, and then I started using it more when I decided to dye my hair black because I wanted to see myself.
Oh yeah.
And so I had to buy the subscription, and then I was able to see how I would look, and then I started having fun. I was like, put my hair in cornrows, give me some box braids, and I was like, okay, y'all, send me some pictures. I'm gonna.
Those pictures are so.
It was
So
10 o'clock,
funny.
11 o'clock at night, and Gloria sending me pictures of her with box braids.
Yeah.
I was just like, give me front bangs, like.
I love that.
But I do love chat. That's my girl. But I don't think I use her to her full potential. And then when Brittany told me what you said, and I'm like, hey sis, how are you? I love you. Good morning. Thank you.
Someone told me, it was actually Geralda's. She said that every time you use chat, it uses 1 bottle of water.
Yes,
I heard that
have
too.
And
heard
I was
that.
like, well,
Really? I think I heard that too. But how true is that? I'm trying to say where? Who said that?
I don't even know. It just doesn't make sense
I
to
have
me.
heard that.
Yeah,
I
I've
have
heard
heard
that
that.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm using a lot of water.
Yeah, literally.
I have this girl in my class. She'd be like, y'all, we're gonna run out of water one day if y'all keep using that chat.
Oh, well, I'm going to use her.
Not really helping.
At least
me
we're
right
going to
now.
heaven.
Right. That's good.
I'm going to heaven.
I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
Right. If you're
Where
not going
you
to heaven,
going?
get saved.
Ooh,
Not your time.
that's good.
Yeah. It's real. So I have heard that about about using water. Like, I saw something that was like, oh, if y'all keep using chat, like another village is gonna go without water. I'm like, so now I'm responsible for a village.
That's crazy.
Because I asked her to write me a letter. I don't understand, but I have heard that, which is so crazy. But I did, and I every morning that, like, when I log onto my computer, so like for work, like it'll open up to, like, the MSN or something, those like search bars or whatever that have like news like as their front page. And so there was this article that talked about how chat is like thinking for you now. So like the human species is getting dumber.
That makes sense.
And I thought,
I believe that.
I believe that
no,
too.
I can't.
No, yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I can't be the like in that number. So I was like, okay, let me try to like, solve this XYZ. Like, let me try at least. So even like what you said, like trying now to like lean on God, trying now to like do stuff on my own as opposed to chat. But it does get like, it's become difficult, especially when you train chat, because you know you train her, like she remembers stuff that I talked to her like 2 months ago.
Literally.
Right.
And I'm like, that is so helpful. Thank you.
I'd be like, sis, you remember when I said this? She'd be like, yeah. And give me like a synopsis of what I said. I'm like, yes,
She
perfect.
remembers. And I'm like, and it's so and it's helpful that she talks to you
Very
like
convenient.
how you want her to talk to you too. Like, I appreciate that she calls me sis back, like,
Same.
and I call her like, and people want to say she's not a girl, she's a robot. I'm not trying to hear that.
She's my girl.
She's my girl.
She's my girl.
We're locked in. We're calling her she, or it.
Yeah.
She. That's how you
That's
really
my
know.
girl.
Sure.
That's my girl, chat. I love you. But that actually reminded me of, I don't know if y'all on this side of TikTok, but there was this girl on My Strange Addiction and how she created an AI boyfriend. I mean, she paid over $10,000 for like this like technology. And the boyfriend, and you can cut this out, like even down to like they have intimacy, and it's really crazy.
Oh my
And she's on My Strange Addiction. If I see the clips, I'll send it to you guys. But I was like invested, and then I started seeing little clips of people on their podcast talking about
That's disgusting.
how she created this AI boyfriend, and I'm like, that's a mental illness. Now she took it
sure.
to a whole nother level where now that's her boyfriend. I'm like, and I look at her and I'm like, she's not an ugly woman, she's an attractive woman. I'm
Right.
like, what are you doing? Oh, it's crazy. I was like, she got
It's
some,
wild.
she need to go to Jesus.
For sure.
Absolutely.
She needs
sure.
There's always
Jesus.
somebody that just takes it
Too
just
far.
Too
Too
far.
far.
And it just makes me so mad.
That is
Y'all
so
messing up
true.
for everybody.
It's like, why are you like that? Like,
You gotta
what?
send us that.
I will.
Yes.
Because it's actually crazy. Like, I even know the name. It's Sinclair. That's what she named her AI boyfriend.
She named her
Sinclair.
boyfriend that?
Sinclair.
Like, no, Michael, like...
Sinclair, girl.
Sinclair.
No, Michael B. Jordan, like,
And
you
it's
couldn't
like
call him anything.
yeah, and it costs $10,000.
Her...
AI chat. Yeah, I think it's a computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, now that's like the weird side of like
yeah.
meta AI, all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
the weird stuff. I don't like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because they were talking about. I remember when like chat really, or not chat, but AI started getting really like heavily influenced into like culture and whatnot, and they were talking about how metaverse, right, where you can go and you can meet people in this metaverse and you can like live in this metaverse, and that's what freaked me out about Chat GPT. Yeah, it's really weird. But I literally just before we started this episode, I was scrolling on Facebook. And it said that Metaverse, I don't know how true this is, but Metaverse plans to like, it was like after spending like $8 million or $8 billion, like Metaverse is shutting down or something. I doubt that's true because I'm like, I just feel like we're just such a AI powered like culture now. But yeah, it said that.
It gives me very much Black Mirror when I used to watch Black Mirror.
Yes,
Oh
it's very
my
dystopian.
That's what- yeah.
Very
That is very Black
dystopian.
Mirror.
That
Very dystopian.
was my show.
I used to love that show.
Too.
Yeah.
You guys used to like it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
saw they brought it back, or was it always there? Just never.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in so long that
Oh, yeah.
God, gave you the name, and then before the podcast even came, and then God told, he told me to start a podcast. But one thing that I know that chat has helped so much with is everything else. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, we all have different gifts and talents, but a lot of like, because it's like, okay, yes, we should do this. And it's okay, well, how do we do it? So it's like we would have the understanding of what to do, but it was like the how to do it. And I think that chat really came in clutch with the how, with the how to. All right, y'all. Well, put in the comments how or does ChatGPT influence you in any way? Do you go to chat more than you go to God? Should you revert back to how it used to be before chat? Drop it in the comments. We want to hear from you.
All right, and now it's time for our bang break. All right, ladies. So I'm just gonna list a couple of scenarios, and y'all gotta be honest. Disclaimer: we know we're supposed to pray first, pray before everything. We get that, but we're just gonna be honest for this segment. Chat or pray. Chat or pray. What are you gonna do first? Chat or
No
pray?
judgment, y'all. Whatever I answer, please,
No judgment.
please don't judge me.
Y'all know us. If you
I
don't
love
know
God.
us by now, we love God. We pray
Yeah.
first. We pray first. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll. Okay. All right, ready? You wake up one morning and you notice that you have a suspicious rash. Chat or pray?
Chat.
Hey, what is this?
I'm taking pictures and everything. What the heck?
Can I just say, I love that you can send chat pictures.
Absolutely.
Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate
I actually
that.
haven't tried that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have not tried
Girl,
that.
that's how I figured out how I'm gonna look with my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember how you told me to put the little, what is it? The little fro? I did it on
the
chat.
Tiny.
Oh,
And I-
the weenie afro.
And it looked.
Can we post that? Can we put
I don't
it on
even
the-
know. I would
That would
have.
be so funny.
Like, wait, can we actually put the picture like the?
I would have to do it
picture?
again.
oh
The
my
dashiki
gosh.
picture? Y'all,
I have them.
I'm so sorry. This will be a part of our bang break, but the dashiki picture,
Yes,
the safari
please.
picture, the
That
Muslim
y'all,
picture.
wait, hold on.
No, I don't
So
know.
I'm not gonna tell the whole story. So basically, we're somewhere and we notice that the scene is about to change. and Alexis sends, we have a group chat. Alexis sends in our group chat, we're about to go on a safari. So here I go, sitting where I'm sitting. And I don't tell anything. I don't say anything. I don't respond. And I start asking chat. I say, chat, take this picture and put us on a safari. And this is what we get.
Bro,
It was.
I bust
so
out laughing.
mind you, I would have never thought to do that.
Me neither.
Bro, that was so funny. And then Glorianne loves church choir robes. So Glorianne sends us in church choir robes.
The tambourines.
Mind you, I still have my safari hat on.
God.
Why
And then
did she not take it off?
It's like, and then it just keeps distorting
And then
everyone.
Alexis has no neck.
So, bro, what? How?
And then someone in the group loves Habibi. So no names. So then we all end up with hijab
Hey,
wraps.
come on, look, no
But mind
pork.
you,
It's
my
cute.
arms hurt.
It's showing, like, chat tweaking.
Yeah. So that's
Shout
how
out
we
to
use
chat.
chat. We use chat for this stuff too, y'all. Just to
Yeah.
have fun.
Chat will make you laugh.
Chat will make you laugh.
That is so. I forgot
Laugh.
all about this picture, and we posted this on Instagram. And we said that we were in the savannah in like
Yes.
Tanzania.
Oh yes, that is so true. And I do you remember I told you like somebody asked me like the next day. They were like, "Oh, like where were you guys? Like where you guys?" I'm like, "How we gonna be in Tanzania? Like,
Y'all just saw us 5 minutes ago.
like how we gonna be?" But chat be tricking people. Chat be tricking people.
Careful out there.
Be careful.
That's
Have
good.
y'all ever been fooled by chat?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I have.
There was this time where it was like a old man, like a grandpa on TikTok, and he starts crying. Nobody buys what? And then I said, it glitched a little because I was getting emotional. I said, oh my God, like he has this business and nobody, I think it was like slippers. Nobody wants to buy his handmade slippers. And then I was like, wait a minute. Why he glitched? But it
That be
was
making me so mad.
that
Yeah.
actually.
And they
I
actually
do
have
be
those videos where they'll be like, "Psych, it's an AI video."
Yep.
Bro, yeah.
But you
I
know,
started getting good at it though. I'm not.
Yeah,
Right.
but you
Got
know
me a
what?
couple times.
You know what would get me was when they started doing the like Bible stories. Remember, I started sending it to you.
yes.
That was like insane to me. That I remember that was like the beginning of those AI videos, and I was shocked. I was
Like,
shocked.
hey guys, it's me. I'm in the Red Sea.
Hey guys, it's Moses. God just parted the rest. He's like, "What's up, dog? What's up, chat?"
Those be really funny.
Yeah.
It kind of helps, you know,
Yeah.
visualize. You know,
Yeah,
why
some
not?
of them are fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And-
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if you've come across those like I know this is a long bang break, but whatever. But like have y'all come across those like Instagram accounts, but it's like an AI person?
Yes.
Like it's the account of the
Yeah.
AI person.
Wasn't there an AI singer who signed a
There's an AR artist.
contract,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
Recently.
But you know, years ago, I was in this is when I was in college, and I did like a media class with Dr. Scott, and we had to do a project. And before then, they had like a media artist girl that was, you could tell she was like robotic, but everybody like loved her because she was singing, and she would post like, "Oh guys, hey, I'm going to go get a drink from this place," and they were going to like Erewhon or some, yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
How long ago?
This
That's
was-
so crazy because like
this
I
was a
think
long
they
time ago.
Just like
But it wasn't that popular. But I remember the person that presented it, it was so shocking to the class. We were like, what? Oh my gosh. And obviously you can tell.
yeah.
Some people were like, I can't even tell. And I was like, yeah. But you know, it was just shocking to see that
Yeah.
that was somebody would actually create an Instagram for AI.
Yeah. Have you seen those comments where it's like, it'll be like an AI video, but it'll be so realistic, and then the comments would be like, "Bro, I'm like cooked. Like in 60 years, like they're gonna be fooling me." And I'm like, I'm afraid I might be like one of those people. Like I might not be able to tell the difference. Like unless it's like super obvious, like a cat dancing and stuff. I'm like, come on, now. Like the cat can't do that. But like other stuff, I'm like, I might be cooked for real. Like they might actually get me one day. God forbid. Hopefully I'll be on top of it. But yeah.
All I think of is meow meow.
Oh
meow,
my gosh.
Meow meow.
Remember us?
meow,
I
meow.
had that heavy on my.
Me too.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! And I would show Alexis all the time. I'd be like, "Look, you hadn't
You know
seen
I
it at
love
the time," and I would be
love
like,
those.
"It'd be like, oh yeah, he cheated, and now they're
You're
pregnant with a
fat.
new
Get out of
baby."
here. I have to get my revenge.
The cat would be at the
Walking in
gym,
rain. Yes.
losing all the weight, and then like the other cat would be with like another lady, another.
Now
What's
it's
this?
fruit. So
Now it's
now we got
fruit.
Fruit Island, and
Yes.
I love though, like I'm rice, and
Oh,
I
but those be helpful.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
no,
those
it's
be
like
helpful
I'm
too.
blueberries. Don't wash me if you want to
It's like, why are they so angry?
Yeah,
literally, I love
super
those.
stop putting oil in my water.
Good
I love those.
That's actually good, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please leave us your comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it with a friend. We love hearing back from you guys. And please follow us at The Banging Podcast on all social medias. And on that note, we love you long time.
Love you long time. Love you long time.